Hang on. Me Mac. I've got my old phone storage on it to do video of a drop reading for you. I'm gonna do a New Year's resolution reading. I'm gonna draw 13 cards for a 12-month cycle of this last year to change it. And I assume the 13th card is for the start of the next year, first month of the next year. So there's certain things though that you have to say with each card before you flip it. So I should have this more together. Spread them out. So I guess maybe I'll spread them out too first. Let me do that. Hold on. Alright, I've got my 13 cards. It says, turn the top one, or first card of the pack, cover the significator with it, and say, I can't do this at the same time. So say, this covers him. This card gives the influence which is affecting the person or matter of inquiry, generally the atmosphere of it in which the other currents work. And the second one, lay across the first one. Saying this crosses him, it shews nature of the obstacles in the matter. It's favorable. If it's a favorable card, the opposing forces will not be serious, or it may indicate that something good in itself will not be productive of good in the particular connection. The third card, place above the significator and say this crowns him. This crowns him. The current's aim or ideal in the matter, the best that can be achieved under the ideal in the matter, right? The best that can be achieved under the circumstances, but that which has not yet been made actual. Alright, fourth card, placed below the significator. And say, this is beneath him. This is beneath him. It shews the foundation or basis of the matter, that which has already passed into actuality, and the matter that which has already passed into actuality, and which the significator has made his own. Sorry for repeating lines. I knew that reading. I'll have these pictures up for you. Alright, so turn the fifth card, place it on the side of the significator from which he is looking, and say, this is behind him. This is behind him. It gives the influence that it is just past or is now passing away. Now, sixth card, place it on the side that the significator is facing, and say, this is before him. It shows the influence that they're coming into action and will operate in the near future. The cards are now disposed in the form of a cross. The significator covered by the first card being in the center. The next four cards are turned up in succession and placed one above the other line on the right hand side of the cross. The first of these, of the seventh card of the operation, signifies himself. That is the significator, whether person or thing, and choose its position or attitude and circumstances. And say saying, eighth card signifies his house, that is his environment and the tendencies at work therein which have an effect on the matter. For instance, the position in life, the influence of immediate friends, and so forth. So I guess I'll put these over here. I'm not sure what to do with these two extra ones. I guess I'll just take them. Oh, I've gotten that one before. There's 3 extra ones? What? I'm not sure what those are supposed to be for. Some good cards. The ninth card gives his hopes and fears in the matter. The 10th is what will come of the final result of the culmination, which is brought about by influence shown by other cards and that have been turned up in the divination. It is on the card that the diviner should especially concentrate his intuitive facilities and his memory in respect of the official divinatory meaning attached thereto. It should embody whatsoever you may have divined from the other cards on the table, including the significator itself and concerning him or it, not accepting such lights upon higher significance as might fall like sparks from heaven. In the card which serves for the oracle, the card for reading should happen to be a trump major. Still not familiar with the trump majors. The operation is now completed, but should it happen that the last card of a dubious nature from which no final decision can be drawn, for which does not appear to indicate the ultimate conclusion of the affair, it may be well to repeat the operation, taking in this case the 10th card as a significator instead of the previously used. The pack must be again shuffled and cut 3 times, and the first 10 cards laid out before. By this a more detailed account of what will come may be obtained. There you have it. This is how you do a tarot reading. And you follow this list, and each number that you count, if it's address, time, any random number that you think is significant, you add them up, and it usually adds less than 10, and you can see which ones mean something to you. And it's going to be something that comes over you at a certain time. I think it might be what crosses him, and that could lead to something in the future. So if you see a number that adds to, like, I don't know, an address with the address 1100, well, add 1 and 1, that's 2. So if you're at an address that says 1100 and you think, well, what is that a sign of? Maybe you can see ahead of what might come true before it happens. It's all about the mind and being aware. So, 1, what crosses him? I've already gotten this. It is the four of wands staves. Or what covers him. Sorry. 4 staffs. So we look at 4 staffs. For a wand. And I have already gotten this, but you read about it, and it can give you answers after reading. It can give you answers to what you need to have. If you're wondering about something, this can give you relief and confirmation to finding the outcome of every situation. So it says for the 4 of Wands, from the 4 great staves planted in the foreground, there is a great garland suspended. 2 female figures uplift nosegays. At their side is a bridge over a moat leading to an old manorial house. The inventory meanings of this card states they are for once almost on the surface. Country life, heaven of refuge, a species of domestic, harvest home, repose, concord, harmony, prosperity, peace, and perfected work of these. Now, the negative side of this card, which can give you bad effects of getting it, is that the meaning remains unaltered. It is prosperity, increase, facility, beauty, embellishment. So those are good things, actually, that are not able to be reversed. This is saying that you will always be prosperous and always be increasing where we need to be, and we'll always have a facility of some kind, possibly where we work, and beauty will always be beautiful, and embellishment will always be thankful and have gratitude for having these things. That's the 4 of Wands. My battery's getting low, so I may not be able to finish all of this, but I just wanted to share this is what I can do for you guys if you want a reading. You know, it's $20. Most people charge about $20, and it's, you know, about, I don't know, 30 minutes. I'd say it takes maybe 30 minutes to an hour. And so this next one, and it's different in my book. These are older cards, and you can go even to find the 4 in the back and find its definition of what 4 means. But to save time, I'm just going to go back to here and show you, you know, this is what covers him. So the Oracle desires me to have my wishes fulfilled, and that stating financial and wealth and health. But I'm not getting it yet. So, that's the 4. This is the 3 of staffs, 3 of wands, and this is what crosses it. So, what crosses it? 3 of staffs, at the same place, 3 of wands. I've gotten a lot of wands pulling cards. Says a calm, stately personage with his back turned, looking from a cliff edge at ships passing over the sea. See the ships there. 3 staves. 3 staves are planted in the ground, and he leans slightly on one of them. The inventory meanings is he symbolizes established strength, enterprise, effort, trade, commerce, discovery. Those are his ships bearing his merchandise, which are sailing over the sea. The card also signifies able cooperation in business, as if the successful merchant prince were looking from his side towards yours with a view to help you. The reverse effect is the end of troubles, the suspension or cessation of adversity, toil, and disappointment. Those are all good things again. Disappointment is a negative thing, but we're always going to have disappointment in life. You know, there's always going to be hard times. We're always going to fail, and the failing we only learn from, and we regain our strength to continue. That's what life is about. Learning our mistakes and making new pathways and always continuing no matter how much it hurts. But we need others to be able to Alright, and what crowns him? Maybe I'll start with this. The sun. That's awesome. That's my mom. Sunny is her nickname. And that is what is that number? That can't be 13. 10, 15, 10, 14, 18. Is that 18? And that's what crowns him. And she's watching over me. She is around. Come on, where is it? Wands again. The moon, which I think is my dad. The star is my sister. And on the sky, darkness. Or part of the ocean. I'm the god of Elmu, I learned. But tower. Come on, where's the sun? My battery's draining. Shit. I'm gonna pause this. Alright, I found it. And I've actually gotten this card when I first did my first reading. But, here we go, the sun. The naked child, mounted on a white horse and displaying a red standard, has been mentioned already as the better symbolism connected with this card. It is the destiny of the supernatural East and the great and holy light which goes before the endless procession of humanity coming out of the walled garden of the sensitive life and passing on the journey home. This card signifies, therefore, the transit from the manifest light of this world, represented by the glorious sun of earth, to the light of the world to come, which goes before aspiration, and it is typified by the heart of a child. But the last illusion is again the key to different form of or spirit, the key to different form or aspect of the symbolism. The sun is that of consciousness and the spirit. The direct as the antithesis of the reflected light, the characteristic type of humanity has become a little child, therein a child in the sense of simplicity and innocence, in the sense of wisdom and the simplicity. He bears the seal of nature and of art. In that innocence he signifies the restored world when the self-knowing spirit has gone in the consciousness above the natural mind, and the mind in its renewal leads forth the animal nature in a state of perfect conformity. And I just drew that as my crown. What crowns me? The child within. So anybody that wants to become a child, again, that is an adult, come join me. Wow. Second time drawing that card. Beautiful. Alright. And I'm running out of room, so I'm going to end this. But that is a preview to what I can do to help you if you seek guidance and direction like we all do at times. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share if I'm worthy. And if you think you want to try this, I'd be willing to take Facebook friends. If you want to become my Facebook friend, I'll give you a free reading.